In this video, so I am going to discuss about rate of a chemical reaction followed by unit of rate as well as rate expressions. Okay. First, let us see what is meant by rate of a chemical reaction. So, rate of a chemical reaction is nothing but change in molar concentration of either one of the reactants or one of the products per unit time. So, generally, rate of a chemical reaction is measured in terms of change of concentration, either change of concentration of any one of the reactants or change of concentration of any one of the products in unit time. Okay, so that is the exact definition of rate of a chemical reaction. Okay, right. Now let us see one example. You have a chemical reaction A gives product B. Reactant A gives product B. Okay, right. Now, so according to rate definition, rate is nothing but change in concentration of substance divided by change in time, isn't it? Suppose if we express rate by measuring change in concentration of reactant, we write rate as rate equal to minus change in concentration of reactant divided by change in time. Or if the rate is expressed in terms of products, the rate is nothing but change in concentration of products divided by change in time. Right now, when you see these two expressions, in case of reactant we are using minus sign, because in case of reactant the concentration gradually decreases. When the reaction proceeds, the concentration of reactant gradually decreases, so that the change in concentration is nothing but final concentration minus initial concentration. So in terms of reactant, the final concentration is a small value, initial concentration is a large value, so that we get a negative value for rate, isn't it? But generally rate is a positive value. Rate is supposed to be expressed as a positive value. That is the reason why we use a minus sign before change in concentration of reactant. Okay. Whereas in case of product, the concentration of product gradually increases, so that we use a plus sign in the numerator. Okay, right. So for the above given equation, A gives B, the rate can be expressed as, so rate is equal to minus dA by dt, that is minus change in concentration of reactant A by change in time. This is with respect to reactant. If the rate expressed in terms of product, rate is equal to minus dB by dt. Okay, so this is a rate expression for the above reactant A giving product B. Okay, right. Further, it can be written as rate is equal to minus of A2 minus A1 divided by T2 minus T1. A2 minus A1 divided by T2 minus T1. Whereas here A2 is nothing but final concentration of reactant, A1 is nothing but initial concentration. Similarly, in the denominator, T2 is final time, T1 is the initial time. Okay, so this is reactant, so that initially we use a negative sign to get a positive rate value. Okay, right. This is simply written as minus delta A divided by delta T, dA minus dA by dt, or minus delta A by delta T, both are nothing but same. Here the negative sign is used because the A2 concentration, final concentration, is lesser than the initial concentration. Okay, so that to get a positive value before the expression, we use minus sign in case of reactant. Okay, right. So that's what given. So the change in concentration A2 minus A1 gives a negative value, because A2 is smaller, A1 is larger. Okay, but rate is always a positive value. Rate is a positive value, so hence we are using a negative sign. Okay, just I have explained why when we express rate in terms of reactant, we use a negative sign. Okay, right. Then let us see what is the unit of a rate. Okay, the rate is nothing but change in concentration divided by change in time, which means in the numerator we have concentration term, denominator time term, isn't it? The unit of concentration is mole per liter. Mole per liter. Unit of time is second. So numerator we have mole per liter, denominator we have seconds. SI unit of time is seconds. When you bring the second to the numerator, so what you get is nothing but mole per liter per second. Okay, so this is the unit of rate of a chemical reaction. Okay, right. This unit is applied for reactions which are involving solid liquids. Chemical reactions are involving solids and liquids. The unit of rate is nothing but mole per liter per second. Suppose if the reactions are involving gaseous substances, which means if the reactants and products both are gases, then we use another unit, atmosphere per second. Okay, right. So that there are two different units for rate. One is mole per liter per second, another one is atmosphere per second. Mole per liter per second is for solid liquid type of reactions, whereas atmosphere per second is for gaseous type of reactions. Okay, right. Now let us see how to write rate expressions for so different kind of reactions. Okay, right. Now example 1, reactant A and B combines to form product C and D. Now the rate can be expressed either in terms of reactants. The first two are nothing but in terms of reactants with respect to reactants. The next two are nothing but rate expressions with respect to products. Because according to definition, the rate can be expressed as change in concentration of either reactant or product. Okay, for the above reaction, the rate expression is minus dA by dt or minus dB by dt. Okay, this is with respect to reactant. With respect to product, rate is equal to dC by dt or dd by dt. Change in concentration of substance C divided by change in time, or change in concentration of substance, that is product D divided by change in time. Okay, right. So this is the first example. The next one, example number 2, X moles of A reacts with Y moles of B, giving L mole of C and M moles of D. Okay, the difference between first and this reaction, the first example we have 1 mole of all the substances, isn't it? 1 mole A, 1 mole B, similarly giving 1 mole of C and 1 mole of D, isn't it? But here in the second example, we have certain number of moles of reactant, X and Y moles of reactant, L and M moles of products we have. Okay, right. Now how to write a rate expression for this kind of reactions? Now here rate is nothing but change in concentration in mole per liter, isn't it? So that is nothing but change in concentration for 1 mole. So that when we write rate expression with respect to reactant, this is rate expression with respect to reactants. The other set is nothing but rate expression with respect to products. Right, now here what we do is we write the number of moles in the denominator. Okay, therefore with respect to A, rate is minus dA by dt whole divided by the number of moles X, which can be written as minus 1 by X into dA by dt. Okay, right. Similarly, if you express the rate with respect to another reactant B, minus dB by dt divided by number of moles is Y, isn't it? That can be simply written as minus 1 by Y dB by dt. Okay. Similarly, if you express the rate based on products, rate equal to 1 by L dC by dt, 1 by M dt by dt. Okay, right. So this is how to write rate expression for a reaction when we have certain number of moles of reactants and products. Okay, right. So they are the general equations. So I have given one specific example. CO, carbon monoxide, reacts with nitrogen dioxide, giving carbon dioxide and nitrogen monoxide. Okay, so here the reactants are carbon monoxide and nitrogen dioxide, products are carbon dioxide and nitrogen monoxide. Okay, the rate can be given as minus d of CO by dt or minus d of NO2 by dt. So these two are with respect to reactants. Okay, right. Or if you say with respect to product, d of CO2 divided by dt or d of NO divided by dt. Okay, so these two are with respect to products. Okay, right. And one more example, Haber's process, formation of ammonia from nitrogen and hydrogen. N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. So here you have certain number of moles of reactants and products, isn't it? While writing the expression, those numbers goes to the denominator, isn't it? Right, the rate expression based on reactant nitrogen is minus d of N2 by dt, or minus 1 by 3 d of H2 by dt. Whereas hydrogen, you have 3 moles, so that number goes to the denominator, isn't it? Minus 1 by 3 d of H2 by dt. Or if you say based on product, this is based on product, first two are based on reactants, okay, right. Based on product, 1 by 2 d of NaS3 by dt, okay. I hope you know how to write rate expressions for different types of reactions, okay. And let us see some problems which is based on this rate and rate expressions, okay. Now question number 1, which of the following is not a rate expression, which is not a rate expression, okay, for the following reaction. It's nothing but dissociation of nitrogen pentoxide, to form nitrogen dioxide and oxygen, okay, right. You are given 4 options, okay. Among this one is not an exact rate expression, okay, right. So here N2O5 is reactant, so that while giving rate expression, here we have to use minus sign, isn't it, right. For minus 1 by 2 d of N2O5 divided by dt. So this is the right expression. This is with respect to reactant, isn't it? Then with respect to product, NO2, number of moles 4. So 1 by 4 d of NO2 by dt. This is also right one. If we express rate based on O2, another product, rate is equal to d of O2 divided by dt, okay. So that option B, C, D are correct expression for rate, whereas option A is the wrong expression, because say N2O5 is reactant, so that in the rate expression we are supposed to use a negative sign, whereas in option A you are not given negative sign, so it is not a correct rate expression for the following reaction, okay. So question number 1 answer is option A, right. Now question number 2, ammonia dissociation giving nitrogen and hydrogen, and you are given minus d of NaS3 by dt is equal to K1 into NaS3, then d of N2 by dt is equal to K2 into NaS3, d of H2 by dt equal to K3 into NaS3. Now what is the relation between the 3 rate constants K1, K2 and K3, okay, right. So you are given options, okay, right. Now how to solve this, okay, right. First what you have to do is you have to write rate expression for above equation, okay. So this is the rate expression, minus 1 by 2 d of NaS3 by dt, which is equal to d of N2 by dt equal to 1 by 3 d of H2 by dt, okay, right. But now, so this value is given in the question, okay. This is given the question, which is equal to K1 into NaS3. Similarly, the whole thing is given, K2 into NaS3. d of H2 by dt is given there, K3 into NaS3. So now we are going to substitute it, okay, right. Now here you can see in all these 3, NaS3 concentration common, so you can cancel it. Now what is left is half K1 equal to second term la K2, third term 1 by 3 K3, okay, right. Now so we are this by 6. So that's 6 by 2 K1. So if you multiply all by 6, finally you may get thrice K1 equal to 6 K2 equal to twice K3, okay. So probably this will be the answer, okay. So this is what the relation between the 3 rate constants K1, K2 and K3, okay, right. Now but look at the options, but we don't have any such option, isn't it, right. Now you are given a simple form of the same. So this is divided by 2. Now 3 by 2, so 1.5, 6 by 2, 3, 2 by 2, 1, isn't it? So you get another relation. There is 1.5 K1 equal to 3 K2 equal to K3. So this will be the answer, okay. So you are given this one in the option, see, 1.5 K1, 3 K2, K3. So option C is the right answer, okay. So this is how to do the problems which are based on rate and rate expressions, okay, right. Thank you. I hope you understood about this topic, right. Good luck. Keep watching my videos. Thank you.